Well, let's see what happened to the garden while we were at fair. There it goes. Well, my spots of grass that I was trying to get before fair and couldn't sure did get worse, and I'll show more of that later. But we do have tomatoes ready. Can you see them in there? There's more. There's more. And look at Charlie. Look how big he got while we were at fair. Look at that. They're not ready yet, but look at those big tomatoes. There's lots of green ones. There's those cherry tomatoes that you could see. Have a lot of work for these tomatoes to get tied up a little bit, but they got big. There's the others. Huge tomatoes out in plants, so lots of green tomatoes. But like this one, he needs tied up. His branch fell down. There's another one that fell down. And oh my goodness, look at that white pumpkin plant that I was going to train to go down the hill. Went through the fence into the yearling pen. So we're going to have to try to get it to go back through the yearling pen so that it'll have pumpkins on our side of the fence. I don't want to have to go in there by that electric fence and pick pumpkins. And that's the other thing that got done during fair, is Rodney was able to finally, that's the one non-fair thing that Rodney was able to do during fair, was clean out the baby house so that in the yearling pen, and put straw in so they could stay out all the time. They're all right here waiting for their milk, but they're all out there all the time now, so that is great. There they are, having their mama bucket. Can't see the bucket because it's behind the tree, but that is what they're doing. And there's the cucloop. They are growing up on it, really nice, but I think we have some escapees too. Same thing, I was trying to train them all up on it, so we'll have to fix that. But there's some itty bitty cucumbers. I'll have to look and see if there's any bigger ones. Well, I don't see any cucumbers big enough to pick. There's a lot of blooms. We'll work on getting them back over on their proper place. But today we're just looking to see the produce. We're going to fix the problems the next couple days, hopefully. So here's where the big grassy area is. There's a lot of grass over there, right on the other side of the cucumbers. Right there, you can see all the grass. Need to get that all cleared out. But look what we have. We have some corn. It's got huge. So hopefully, with all the wind, even though we have a small spot for them, hopefully we have some ears of corn growing there. And look at the beans. The beans are big and blooming. I don't see any beans yet. There's lots of blooms. It won't be long. Eggplants don't look like they're doing a whole lot yet. There's the eggplants. Have some blooms on the pumpkin. Here's our big pumpkin, and I did work some training on it before we left, and look, all down in there, lots of blooms. He's exploring everywhere, but the direction I wanted, that's the way he's supposed to go. And there's the cantaloupe. It's kind of creeping over here by the beans, so we're going to have to pick some of those up and move them. They're supposed to be going down the hill too. And this was the tomato that Debbie said wouldn't get so big. Let me put it in perspective for you. Bigger than what we thought it would be. But it has tomatoes on it. See the tomatoes? And there's the peppers. And we do have a lot of peppers on them that I'll be picking some, hot peppers at least. But there's the grassy patch I was talking about. We are going to have to weed that out. Get that grass out of there. It's terrible in that one spot. So we'll get all that grass out and mulch it down again. Hopefully it won't come back. But look, we have squash ready to pick. Look at that. So yeah, we have some ready and we have others getting there. So we're having squash for dinner tonight. Not sure if you can see it. But there's a regular zucchini. And there's some others in there too. These are the light zucchinis. And it won't be long. You can see those. They'll be ripe soon. You can see the beans and the corn over here. And this little cantaloupe isn't doing all that good yet. And there's the watermelon. It's not doing very good. So we're not going to have watermelon this year, I'm thinking. I don't think we'll have watermelon. There's the tomato that we did not get staked. So we're going to have to try to get a post in there for that. And there's the other watermelon. So I don't think my watermelons are going to do anything this year. I don't think we're going to have any watermelons. It was pretty late. The grapevine is growing like crazy. Look at that. Let's find some grapes. But there you can see some grapes. See? Lots of grapes. Look at that. Lots of grapes. Still a little sour. Getting there though. Lots of grapes this year. Everywhere you look. More grapes. Lots of grapes. We also have peaches out here. You see the peaches? They're not anywhere near ripe. There's some peaches on our baby peach tree too. So there's our first real produce from the garden. We had a couple cherry tomatoes earlier, but there's our first produce. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in the near future. So the next day, when I was working with my cukes and weeding and getting the cukes up on the loop, look what I found. So I missed it yesterday when I was picking our produce out of the garden. So thanks for watching our video on what happened in our garden while we were gone. And we'll get some weeds out, a little more mulch on. We have a tomato to stake, and tomatoes to hook onto the panel a little better, and then we'll have another video. But here it is after fair, the middle of August, and we're finally getting some produce. We're going to have tomatoes and zucchinis tonight anyway, and we'll have some hot peppers for Rodney's lunch. So stay tuned for another update in a couple weeks. We'll get some work done and show you what we got done. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.